Chapter 2, The Damsel. Hello, hello, welcome back to Slay the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
I feel like we're going to be hearing those words a lot. Okay, so last time that I got to a Chapter 2, it was a different Chapter 2. I just turned around and left immediately. I do want to actually explore dialogue options before I make a choice, because I regretted not doing that last time, so I wonder if there's like differences, because it could skip it if it's stuff I've seen before. So, oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah, okay, so the hero remembers too. It's hard, because I don't play this like back-to-back. I like wait a week in between recordings, so it is a little difficult to remember like what exactly the hero and other people have done or remember what things looked like or whatever sometimes.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Oh boy.
Our beloved?
So I guess the smitten instead of the paranoid because of like how much I was trying to help the princess. Interesting. So we have, based off of our choices, personalities that form, voices that form, that reflect the decisions.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
The four of us? Okay.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay, I love Jonathan's delivery of the smitten, so I'm kind of into it. Wait. Oh. Interesting. In the dialogue options little pop-up menu, the background looks like that weird space that we went to when we tried to leave last chapter 2. Yeah, it looks like feathers. Like a little bit scattered in the background. Oh, and the little like slider thing, the icon on the right, it looks like a severed finger of our little talon hand. So what that's telling me is that the weird space that the hands all surrounded us, our consciousness at least, I feel like that's where we are, like primarily. That is our core, and we are extending out a piece of our consciousness to occupy the vessel here, this bird body person walking through these woods basically for each of these iterations that we experience. And so this is like a fragment of an experience, and I feel like the feathers kind of symbolize a scattering of our consciousness, the different dialogue options. So like different potential pieces of us extending out to this vessel. Weird. That might make no sense at all. That might be crazy conspiracy stuff and it's just fun design, but that's what it seems like. That like it's part of the weird wooden realm, like bleeding into this one to extend its consciousness for our choices. Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you, and why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Because you killed me. Straight up, you've killed me both times. Well, okay, she stabbed me. You took me over before.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
And it's so strange that the narrator, like the font and the voice, is all the same representation as different pieces of us. Because the font here is the same as the font in our choices, as opposed to the font used for the princess. But doesn't recall and faded away. So there is a narrator that is separate in each of these worlds that we experience. Each chapter we experience.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I guess we haven't tried just doing exactly what the narrator says, sure, but I'm seeming to die because of you, though, so
You were the one who did us in, villain.
yeah.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Ooh, whoever's making the decisions here.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
It's a very fun idea to have the same voice actor mock the voice of another character voiced by that voice actor. Dangerous assumptions that your actions last time didn't have consequences, that it might not fully wipe the slate clean. Maybe us trying to leave this pre-written experience and go off the literal path carved in front of us, or maybe the narrator reaching past what the narrator should be doing is what is breaking the world apart. And that has consequences. Like, now those hands have found our consciousness and might be pursuing all these other vessels that we inhabit.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
What about the narrator from before, potentially the princess from before? Because it didn't seem like she remembered us. The world from before, if there were anybody else. And maybe even the vessel from before?
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
I don't know.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Are we sure it was the princess?
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Let's talk about this princess. I want more information.
Just be quick about it.
You're nobody to talk here. The only reason she was able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife and didn't even know how to stab. How was she supposed to end the world? Like, wait, okay, so does this form of the voices and stuff, yeah, they only remember up to this new chapter 1. So there are soft resets by continuing to a new chapter and hard resets by going back to chapter 1. Interesting.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
But this is more complicated than that. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
But you can see that that's not convincing me. Your job, it seems, is to also ensure that I am convinced and you're not doing your job very well.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
The less I know about her, the better things will go. So, is it more so a situation rather than the narrator shaping how she is? Yeah, because the narrator was saying she's dangerous and stuff, but then in this second go around, it was our decision to be nice to her and stuff that made her a lot softer in her approach and didn't become like a nightmare and stuff and could barely hold a knife and didn't know how to stab and everything and was just protecting herself. So is it not the narrator's narration shaping her, but our perception of her in the lens through our choices that is shaping her? Because then that would be true. The less I know about her, the better things will go. Because if I know that that is how she functions, then even just that knowledge makes me believe her to be very powerful and limitless potential, which then she would manifest to have limitless potential and be very powerful, and that's not good. Well, maybe it's good. It's not good for the narrator, apparently. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
I'm feeling like I'm the only person other than her. So...
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Ugh. It's funny, but at the same time, I'm so annoyed by the insistence of the narrator to just constantly be like, well, you're in a path in the woods. Duh. It's like, yes, I understand that's how it's being presented. What's happening?
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
A professional what? Why are you a narrator?
Great.
That's
now,
all.
if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
So I said I was going to full send it. I didn't talk to her much. I just tried to go right for it, and it didn't really work out. So maybe talking could work this time. And here's the thing, the narrator knows, and this one seems to be kind of like slipping a little bit and giving us some information. So I am going to be direct with this narrator. Test the waters. If I push this narrator a little bit and not be indirect, because last time the world just, I got grabbed by hands, it just faded away. Maybe they will spill some more information. Because if there are a limited number of hard resets, I don't know how this game works, like mechanically, then I want to get as much information as possible, and so I have to test the waters through extremes. So I'm with the other voices. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin, narrator.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Well, yeah, they can. They can take control of us.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
It seems like it's mostly just your sake. Just go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
I'm like raising my fist up to the air dramatically.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
The hero frequently, not all the time, but frequently has a pretty like protagonist viewpoint that matches our own.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Plus, the hero just kind of seems to always be around. Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So this isn't what it looked like from the outside.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What? This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
You weren't here last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. That is new. Because they said the banners and such.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Huh?
There's definitely a mirror.
Yeah.
There isn't.
Ugh. I'm telling you. I never know what to expect with this game. And now there are aspects of the world that the narrator can't see?
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Yeah, this doesn't have the same delivery as the narrator, like hiding something. This feels like the narrator genuinely does not see a mirror here. What? Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Preening. Yeah, definitely bird-esque. Interesting. And they didn't hide that fact either. They just went on and said it. So they're not trying to like convince me that I'm a basic human or anything. I want to see myself. We've only seen like glimpses of the hands and wrists and stuff. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
What?
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Uh-oh. Is this what I was talking about? The fact that last chapter 2, the world faded away and the hands grabbed us. Is that mirror a glimpse to that weird space? And it's like leaking into this world? Like imagine a 4-dimensional type of situation. Weird. Okay, what do I want to do? So with this one I want to go... Ooh. I want to help the princess. Do I want to take the blade at all? Because I felt like last time I was forced to. I don't really want to take the blade. I'm not going to take the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Interesting tone shift of the narrator.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Never mind.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hi.
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Listen, hero. Personally, I'm all about over-the-top fawning. I'm guilty of it.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
That's what they keep telling me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Oh my god. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. I want that dress. What the heck? She's so cute. What the heck? Okay, very much princess.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I love this smitten.
You know she can't hear you, right?
Right, yeah.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Okay. So this was... Wait, whoa. Okay, so it was the nightmare. Yeah. I had it in mind that those hands were part of the princess. Was that the nightmare form of the princess and this is the damsel form of the princess? Because this is chapter 2 damsel. Coming here immediately with my dashing hero. Even though I don't think we've said anything to her yet. Wait, whoa, wouldn't come back. Does she remember?
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
They're not addressing the elephant in the room.
Waiting for you to come back.
There we go.
I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Yeah.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
So the smitten doesn't remember the room, but does remember being killed. So was the smitten formed during our interaction with the princess and only made itself revealed once chapter 2 came about?
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion.
That's what it's sounding like.
I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
I really hoped I'd be the first. So the narrator is aware there is at least the possibility for other iterations, but they all think, or assume, or hope that they are the first. Strange. This is such a wild concept. It's such a wild plot so far. What the heck?
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Was it her that ended it? Because here's the weird thing. I don't know what kind of like metaphor they're going for exactly. If she is shaped by our perspective of her, then the narrator telling us that she's capable of ending the world is dangerous in and of itself, right? Wouldn't that mean that that gives her the ability to end the world? This whole plan is flawed from the beginning. Narrator, what are you doing? Why are you explaining it that way? Whoa. Oh, what? Oops. Oops. So it's not even her fault, potentially. Hi. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh no. She's a suck-up. Oh no. Yeah, so she's very much shaped by our perception and not the narrator's narration and description of her. Oh no.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah.
That's because she's perfect.
Oh, Smid, you're not making this better.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Oh. Is she an entity like us? Maybe. Huh.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Wait, whoa. Okay, let's play along with that idea. Let's assume the princess is an entity similar to us. Would it not make sense if the narrator, our narrator, is a manifestation of her perception of us, and then she has a narrator that is separate from her own internal voices, that is our perception of her, that can take over her body and force her to do stuff? That would be crazy. How do we even do? How does that work? How do we get anywhere? Wait, whoa! Oh, this story is so wild. Okay, it's kind of like if you don't trust somebody in a relationship. By not trusting them, you are going to be distant with them. You are not going to behave the same way that you would if you trusted them. And therefore that puts a wedge in the relationship that might make them lonely and might lead to them doing something, not to say that you're to blame. Is that what this is kind of going for? Like this story, this game is going for? Like this weird literal take and literal embodiment of that phenomenon of people behaving and being shaped by your perception of them because it impacts how you behave toward them. That is, if that's what they're going for, that's a really fun idea to do.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Hopefully not. Hopefully that's not what she has to deal with. But I wouldn't like the idea that she is just literal, like, I don't know what that would be referred to as, but like how women are not, or for a long time were not well portrayed in media, and we're just like the fridge. I'm blanking on it, but where it's like literally just a sidekick to the hero, and literally just doesn't matter, and just falls in love with the male protagonist, even though there's no chemistry there, nothing was ever set up. It's just like what is to be expected, heteronormativity. I would hope that her character isn't literally only ever shaped. I hope there's something more to her character than just being shaped by our perspective. That's why it would be cool. It would be cool if there's like a weird dynamic where we both have kind of similar stuff through the narrator being the catalyst of the other's perception of us. Anyway, sorry. I'm getting way too invested in this. Way too rambly. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Interesting. See the little face. Just like, yeah. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Oh no. Oof.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Mine doesn't. She lost her agency, and I don't like that.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
What? Oh, a confession that she would be willing to end the world? I guess. I don't know. No, I don't necessarily want the world to end. Like,
Then I didn't end the world.
that's... I was gonna say that's not how it works. There might be retrocausality in this plot, who knows?
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I'm not so sure either, Hero. Oh yeah, she does remember. So, I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh,
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
not necessarily.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Interesting. I'm curious what you would say to this. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Kind of.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Kind of.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Okay, let's get you out. Hopefully not by cutting off your hand again.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Oh. Wait.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
History, here we go. Okay. You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Interesting. Good thing I didn't take the knife then. Oh, and the pointer is our hand. Ah.
You wouldn't.
Oh, the spitting would.
I would.
Yeah.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh. Ooh. Wait, okay. Smitten, you might actually be useful. Having a strong personality that is just using their entire effort to combat the narrator from taking us over and threatening us for the sake of, like, preventing the narrator from doing anything drastic, lest the world just come to an end anyway. Oh, fascinating.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
Oh, well, she's okay.
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
This is a very cute design. I wish she had agency. Which maybe she does. I'm not exactly sure.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
In this setting, potentially.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Okay, narrator.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we
Pristine
don't have
blade.
a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
They're bringing it up a lot. I have a feel. No, that was the chains hitting the ground. I was gonna say I have a feeling the knife's gonna drop down the staircase again.
What do we do now?
I feel like I asked you this before, but that's a good question. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Oh, is this the first time we've seen a pronoun used for a narrator? In his heart, and it's capitalized. Because the princess, I believe they've used lowercase for pronouns. So they're portraying the narrator as an almost godlike figure. Why? Oh, okay. The narrator has the capability to take over our body, not our choices. He can, I guess I'm saying they because there's multiple narrators as well, so it kind of works for both. But he has the capability to just have the door close on its own, drop the knife down, illogical things, shape the world, bring us back to the cabin even though we've strayed off the path, that kind of stuff. So, is the narrator, like, is the world itself some kind of embodiment of the narrator? And so when that world gets destroyed, but the princess's consciousness and our consciousness is because there's also the hero and whoever else gets passed on to the next vessel in another world, we are killing the narrator. I wonder why the narrator believes that if we kill the princess's vessel, then for some reason that would prevent the world from dying and thus potentially the narrator dying, that narrator at least. Huh. Okay, sorry. This game is crazy.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
I don't know if there is anybody.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
No.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
Okay.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I do not want to end the world.
Ew. 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 The delivery. It was very, like, My Little Pony-esque delivery. And also, what's with the drawing now? There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Is it getting, like, more chibi? Oh, weird. Oh. I don't like the implication that comes with, but I understand why. Ugh. Yeah, that's... Because the less agency she has, the more of just like a cutesy emblem she becomes in a real person. Oof. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. This is true.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
You're missing the point, dear. I feel like this is a lost cause, but I also want to see how far this goes, because it's funny. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Oh. This is fun. It's like going back to like a high schooler drawing anime almost. But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Oh boy. Yeah, these are like my old drawings.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Yeah. I get what you mean. What? You don't get the chance to ask another question. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place. Something? Is that not the princess? The hands that show up? Ah. Unless it's not this princess's vessel. No. What if it's the princess's source consciousness? If she is an entity figure similar to us, like recollecting the vessel that has kind of become lost in the paradoxical nature that we accidentally imbued into her. Whoa!
No, she was our perfect match.
And the mirror is back. They said, "Are we alone?" Was that to imply that the narrator was no longer around? Huh.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I don't think we will.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Honestly, no clue. The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
From what I've gathered so far, I believe so.
A villain vanquished.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
The mirror?
I can't believe she was taken away from us. The nerve.
Oh. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Why not?
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
What if now that we're in this weird space, we can interact with the mirror? Like now that we are part of this, I guess, dimension, you could refer to it as, outside of a limited world. I would assume it's an extension of the narrator. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Sorry. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Ooh, what do we look like? Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Ooh. Cool. Okay. I'm down. I'm into it. Ah. Kind of reminds me of Undertale. With the "it's you." Oh, different texture. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Even the voices are gone. Proceed to the cabin. What? You are at the cabin. Approach her. I think I was right. Ooh! You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between. Yes, 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 yes.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Ooh. Okay. What? Wait. Oh. This is way weirder than I thought it was. What the heck? Holy moly, there are so many dialogue options. Oh, jeez. So, okay, the fragile vessel, I'm assuming, is this princess's physical form from the world we were just in. Something returns to long quiet. The long quiet, I guess, is this realm that we have found ourselves in. Something is us. It has surrendered its path of annihilation. Interesting. So the narrator was putting us, for whatever reason, on a path of destroying the princess. And instead of doing that, we surrendered it and have thus brought a gift to this entity, whatever it is. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So it is similar to us. Okay, this is an entity similar to us. The princess's core, similar to us having a core that extends into the vessels that the hands are also grasping at. Interesting. But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Fair. Yeah, okay. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights in an empty city. So, okay. An empty city means there's purpose. People came together and built a place to reside. But it is now empty. It has been abandoned. So it is like signs of the presence after people. Interesting. Huh. I'll probably have to communicate more to figure out what specifically that is supposed to represent, but that's fascinating. Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
Ooh. Oh. So you are a fledgling entity. Fragments of ideas scattered about. You were split apart. Oh. Oh, I think I get what's kind of going on here. Okay. You wish to be more. You wish to be restored. Pieces of you have been broken apart and placed into these different worlds. You were weakened for whatever purpose the narrator has, whether the narrator did it himself or some other thing. And I feel like the narrator must have split himself apart too. Or the narrator is a split part of something else. Maybe a split part of us. I don't know. Each world has a individual narrator that is able to manipulate it. So maybe the narrator wishes to destroy whatever she is as a whole, whatever she is meant to represent. And somehow is able to split her up, put her into these different worlds to weaken her, to try and shape her by influencing whatever we are, to then destroy her as a whole by destroying her bit by bit. Why? I don't know. But I feel like it might be a good reason, it might be a selfish reason, I don't really know. Interesting. Okay. What do you think I am? Because I'm curious now too.
I think that you are like me.
I think so too.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Yes. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Fair enough. If the narrator does not exist in these outer spaces, this entity, if she doesn't inherit the experiences and only inherits the physical form, then yeah, she wouldn't know about what we've told her. That's interesting.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
I wonder if the mirror literally is just a reflection of yourself, pure and whole. And thus, the narrator cannot perceive the mirror because it is not whole. It is entirely just split apart self. I just don't know if there are three entities. What the narrator originally was that was split, what the princess was that was split, and then whatever we are that occupies the vessels. or if there are two entities and the narrator was part of us, the protagonist, or if there's one entity and we're all the same thing. I don't know. But the font difference leads me to believe there's only two entities, like originally, if that makes sense. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place, beyond the Long Quiet? What are these worlds that quote-unquote get destroyed that the narrator occupies?
I know only that they are.
Fair enough. You haven't interacted with them much. You've only consumed things from them. Yeah, okay, that's fair. The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own.
Okay. So you are inheriting experiences, perspectives, parts of a personality shaped by us. But also the physicality of it as well. The vessel itself, the nerves and fibers. So when the hands took us, was it consuming our vessel? Why? Huh.
This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart.
Yeah.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Ooh. Served her purpose for you, or served her purpose for whoever constructed these worlds? Interesting. This is crazy. This is wild. Ooh. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
So what were the hands that grabbed me before? Huh. Unless it's a hard reset completely when we go back to chapter 1, including these entities outside. I guess I don't know that quite yet. Okay, yep, good question. You're the thing that I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
Ooh. It's speaking through the princess vessel. It didn't have that before. This is the first vessel we've offered to it. Or I guess that it took, that we saw it take. Because we just died from the nightmare in chapter 1. And then the woods just grasped at us before there was a chance for it to consume the princess because we didn't go to the cabin. And then this princess was in chapter 1, became the damsel that it has now consumed. So vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. Those were maybe just the city without any lights. Not even like a nascent network, but one that was built but not occupied. Oh. I'm sorry if this makes absolutely no sense or is difficult to follow. I'm kind of just rambling on, but I'm loving this. This is awesome. Like, this is the kind of stories that I want to make. This is maybe a little more clear, maybe a little less poetic and flowery, but this is dope. This is so cool. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Because there could be multiple worlds. A vague answer. Okay, but whatever. I don't want to say let her out of there. What happens now? Attack the entity? No. Why would I attack it? Destroy your body. Why would I destroy mine? What happens now? What? Destroy this vessel? What does that do?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Yep. Yeah, okay. A vessel of perception, or the vessel is a creature of perception. Yes, reflecting what we believe. Yes, okay.
Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh. That's the gameplay loop? That's so cool. So we get to just, okay. We get to, us as the consciousness that occupies the bird vessels. Our mission is to hop to different worlds from the same starting point, go through new dialogue options to form our perception of princesses that then allow for an expansion and variety and diversity of the princess in the long quiet to consume those vessels and thus grow as a being to potentially help both of us learn some kind of freedom beyond the long quiet. What? Okay, I'm in. I'm down. Sign me up. Oh, I get to meet a bunch of princess personalities? Let's go, baby. Let's do it. Holy moly. Okay. I'm going to say it right now. The princess that I want to romance or befriend or whatever is this entity. All the other ones are just perceptions or perspectives, whatever, of my own shaping, but not this one. This one has agency. This core being that is consuming the vessels has desires and seems to want to help both of us. I like that. Oh. I'm excited. Oh my gosh. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite.
Okay.
The rest will find their own way home.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, so this is confirming what I was thinking earlier. That we will only have so many resets before this entity is powerful enough to consume all of the rest of the world's vessels. So I should go with choices that I believe will shape the princess into fun characters that I want to interact with, because I won't have the opportunity, I believe, from what this is saying, to interact with every single possibility. Maybe I will in a New Game Plus. But for the story, I think I'm gonna have to go with what I think would be fun princesses to interact with. Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Fair. When it comes to us as entities, fair. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you are but fragmented thoughts still. You have not collected, I'm assuming recollected enough of yourself to understand your intentions yet. So, fair enough. How much will I forget? Yeah. If I choose to perceive this vessel is capable of making me forget, how much will I forget? Back to chapter 1.
Everything. Until we meet again.
Ooh. Oh, that's clever. Okay. So they can reuse the same protagonist dialogue options without the meta knowledge leaking through during chapter 1 until we come across the princess entity in the long quiet again. That's fun. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh. Wait. So these vessels do have some, I guess, desires separate to the entity for now? Maybe it's not been fully consumed yet?
You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Same way as the narrator phrased it. Oh. Okay. Whoa. I feel like we've just now actually started the game. Well, I can't wait to see what else they have in store. Let's go meet some other princesses. See ya.